Welcome to the Anxiety Slayer series. Our mission is to assist you with creating more peace and tranquility in your life through anxiety release exercises and supportive tools created to slay your anxiety. Today's Anxiety Slayer podcast is brought to you by the Anxiety Slayer Academy. We've been offering a free podcast now for almost 8 years to help anyone suffering with anxiety find relief. And now we're helping you go deeper by providing step-by-step support on how you can get the best experience from our favorite tools and techniques for overcoming anxiety. Get your free Anxiety Slayer starter course at anxietyslayer.teachable.com. Welcome back to Anxiety Slayer. I'm Shan Vanderleek here with my wonderful friend and business partner, Ananga Sivir. And we come together weekly on Skype to share Anxiety Slayer sessions with you and enjoy answering listener questions from our inbox and Facebook page. Together we share a powerful collection of techniques to reduce anxiety. Welcome back, Ananga.
Hi, Shan.
Always nice to come back together with you. And this week, I'm so glad that we're talking about something or someone very near and dear to our hearts, Louise Hay. She is certainly one of my favorite teachers of all time, and I think yours as well.
Yes, definitely.
And she passed away on August 30th. And I just would like to share a little bit about who she was in case you're listening in and you haven't heard of Louise before. Louise was an American motivational author and the founder of Hay House. She authored several New Thought self-help books, including her breakthrough title in 1984, You Can Heal Your Life, along with The Power Is Within You and Meditations to Heal Your Life. Louise shared upbeat messages with a metaphysical connection, and she believed that there's a link between thoughts and disease, and she did all she could to help people find a positive way to move through difficult situations, which is one of the reasons why we love her so much. She was open-minded, powerful, and loved by so many.
Yeah, I first encountered the work of Louise Hay when I was working in a stressful job in London. And I was suffering with horrible anxiety, really bad anxiety, really stressed. So I used to get the tube train over to a big bookstore called Watkins Books in my lunch hour, and I just used to go and scan the shelves looking for something to try and help myself feel more calm, help myself feel more settled in myself. And one day, You Can Heal Your Life just stood out to me from the shelf, and it must have been around about 84, 85, very soon after it was published. And it had a really profound effect on me. It was the first time I'd read somebody talking about our thoughts and how they affect our bodies, about changing our thoughts. Up until then, I was kind of being smacked up the head by them and just carried away by them. But this notion of examining your thoughts, working with your thoughts, changing your thoughts. She talked about turning shoulds into coulds and healing and self-respect and so many things that I hadn't really heard expressed like that before. And now looking back, I think the reason I hadn't heard it was that she was really a pioneer, one of the very first people to talk about this.
Such an extraordinary woman. And one of the things I love about Louise's story is she didn't become a writer. Well, maybe she was writing before then, but she didn't launch that book until she was 50 years old. Mm-hmm. She didn't start Hay House until she was in her 50s and created this incredible, supportive, beautiful legacy. She's made such a difference in so many people's lives. And when she passed, I was watching Facebook and my stream of friends and how many had the wonderful experience of meeting her in person and being with her and taking a picture with her and all of the kind comments that were coming up. She truly was an earth angel. And I agree with you. You Can Heal Your Life was a big turning point for me too when I found that book. I found it much later than you. But I actually was turned on to Louise Hay by Dr. Wayne Dyer. And I followed Dr. Wayne Dyer for years and years and still love his work. And those two were thick as thieves. And so through him, I found her, which I thought was pretty cool because they partnered later in life as well and did all kinds of work together. And there was just something about her, and in the beginning of You Can Heal Your Life, the transparency, the real, raw, and vulnerable story she tells about herself and what she experienced and what she needed to overcome and how she did so and continued to do so throughout her life. And then all those years later, I think she was 85 when she connected with Nick Ortner and learned EFT tapping. Do you remember that video where she cleared a block in her neck?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, an old wound from childhood that she'd completely forgotten about, but she'd had that persistent pain. And so she was open to all kinds of healing modalities, trusted the process, and then became a big cheerleader for EFT.
Yeah, I think her connection with Nick Ortner was beautiful to witness, and so many messages in that. For me, what really stood out was her humility.
Yeah.
She was so supportive of other authors, other developers, publishing inspirational cards. The Hay House publishing team is just such a beautiful collection of titles they offer for helping people with such a broad range of emotional suffering. And I think it's so amazingly impressive that somebody from that background, 35 years into such a successful career, so much experience, and at 85 she was trying something new and healed a substantial trauma with it, which is an endorsement for EFT for sure.
An incredible woman. Her legacy will live on. I just can't say enough about her. And the people that knew her, that were the closest to her, all feel the same. And, their stories and their support and just the way that she continued to show up. She really did walk her talk. She really did show up in love. And when my friend Linda Joy met her at an event years ago, they were talking, and the only thing, Linda thanked her for inviting her to this event and, so excited to meet her. And the only thing that Louise requested of her at that time was to be sure that she was going to go out and spread the love and the light and the sweetness to as many people as she could, to continue to pass the baton and help as many heal as possible.
Yeah, really wonderful message and legacy. And she helped me so much at a very difficult time in my life. And as you said, her backstory is not pretty. She had an immensely traumatic upbringing. And just such a hopeful, encouraging message of sharing your message, doing what you feel you need to do to help others. And it's never too late to start.
If you want to learn more about Louise Hay and about her offerings, you can visit hayhouse.com and you'll find all of her books and videos and affirmations. And she is the woman who turned me on to positive affirmations and really understanding the power that they carry along with the other work that we do for clearing and staying in a positive mindset. You are going to absolutely love her work. I'm so glad that we honored her today, Ananga. Get everything you need to start slaying your anxiety today. Visit anxietyslayer.teachable.com to claim our free Anxiety Slayer starter course. You get 4 guided sessions, including an EFT tapping session, guided breathing practice, and special module on overcoming the fear of anxiety. Don't just listen to the Anxiety Slayer podcast. Become an Anxiety Slayer. Claim your free Anxiety Slayer starter course at anxietyslayer.teachable.com.